Hitting the live button is still always scary. I uh I panic a little bit every time I'm about to press the button and it's just like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Yes. I do in fact really want to do this. And on top of that, I really want to hit the start record button. Hello, I am Jaded Company and I've been doing YouTube since May. Sorry. Oh, frick. I've already fucked up. I've already fucked up the script. But it's perfectly fine. I don't have a script. I literally have two dates to read. And that is the fact that I had my first video uploaded on February 14th, 2026. And I started live streaming on May 17th, 2026. And honestly, it's been panic inducing. Creating YouTube videos and live streaming is pretty scary because you're putting yourself onto the internet and you have a little bit of anxieties according to that, but it's perfectly fine. You have to believe in yourself, and I am just insane enough to actually believe in myself. And that's a blessing and a curse. But I am glad that I am doing what I actually want to do. I was suffering is yesterday when I did a live stream. I had zero air conditioning. It was my birthday. I wanted to do some gaming. I did a little bit of oxygen not included, and I am messing with my hair right now. But the point is believing in yourself. And that's the only thing that really gets down to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to believe in myself and I'm going to finally use OBS stream key hotkeys to be able to, switch from scene to scene. Ooh, would you look at that? I finally figured out how to set those up, finally believing in myself. And I shed hair. My hair falls out. It's quite a bit. It's been falling out ever since I bleached it like twice and then dyed it green and then the green faded out, so now it's just blonde. But regardless, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep doing what I've always been doing. I hit spacebar for some reason. Stop recording. There we go. So what do we have here? Where was I when it came to reading the Blender manual? Because last time I was... Let me... Not that window. My OBS is not acting in the way that I want it to. Order, move to top. Oh, I can do hotkeys for that. Control down. Oh, okay. I can do control up and down after selecting it. click and drag used to be how I typically did it, but you know what? You learn something new every day. So, uh, where was I? Modeling meshes. Mm, editing mesh operators. Deleting and dissolving. Okay, so mesh and edit mode, X or delete. Delete vertices, edges, faces, only edges and faces, only faces. Dissolve, dissolving is different from deleting and keeps the surface closed rather than leaving a hole. Wonderful. I'm about to have an alarm go off, aren't I? Nope, I hit the dismiss alarm before it even went off. That's awesome. So, I don't have any water. That's what the alarm is for, and I forget to have water. Hold on. Oh, it's hot in the room. It's sorry. I have the air conditioner running in this room specifically in which I am recording. Uh, you probably can't hear it because I finally got a decent microphone and have the settings in a way in which it's not going to, have it be as annoying. So, I have a bed sheet hanging in the doorway to seal off like half of the apartment so the air conditioner is only running in this room, and it's like the thermometer says about 71, at least for this room, but the rest of the apartment is just like whew. It's uh it's toasty out there just on the other side of that bed sheet, and the bed sheet is like billowing out from the door frame, holding back all of that hellfire. Anyway, I got water, I got blender, dissolve vertices, mode, edit mode, X delete or control deletes each selected vertex and joins the surrounding faces into one. This often results in n-gons of a different vertex. If a if a vertex is part of a wire, that is a chain of edges that are not part of the face, its surrounding edges are merged instead. The Just Last Operation panel offers the following options. Face split splits the surrounding faces where possible so that only a triangle in their corner is merged instead of the full face. This, this reduces the size of the final full-filling faces and can make them less uneven. Pair boundaries. Delete faces at the mesh boundary instead of merging them. These faces are always split, even if the face split is disabled. Face split off. Okay. So, no, that's Shift A, Control A. Huh. Oh, that was Shift S. Okay. Sorry, I'm mixing up my hotkeys. I'm mixing up my hotkeys. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I gotta remind myself that I'm getting better because otherwise, why did I hit F11? Is it F10? Shift A, Mesh Cube. And what's adjust last operation? Okay. Okay, so yeah, it is F9. F9 is adjust last operation. Okay. Um, maybe I should make notes on what I have on the left here. I have a LibreOffice document over on the left. Okay, so F9, adjust last operation. Shift A, Shift A, add, and then Shift S, Shift S, cursor, pie menu, Control S. That is save. Control S, save. Control A, Control A is apply. And what's interesting is that Control 2 is pan view down. Is there another gnat buzzing? Damn. Okay. Control num2 is pan view down. Control num4. So this right here is control num4 and num6. So pan view left, control num6, pan view right, control num8. Okay. So what happens is that if I 3 face select G, Y, extend that out, control R, scroll wheel, do something like that, control R, do something like that. So basically, what it's saying right here is that if I select these 4 vertices, so how do I toggle face split? So control X. Okay. That doesn't that doesn't make sense. That is weird. So where do I tear boundaries, delete faces that mesh boundaries instead of merging them? These faces are always split even if the face is disabled. So that's deleting vertices. Control X. Oh, okay. Dissolve vertices. Split face. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there, that's what that does. Okay, so that means Control X. Okay. Okay. So that's what that's doing. Oh, okay. So it made an edge there. Okay. Interesting. Oh, wait a minute. So it doesn't make new edges. That's what I wish it did, so that I could actually see what's actually happening. But yeah. Okay. Okay, so Control X, pair boundaries on, split face, face split on, pair, pair boundaries off. So, okay. And that makes that a whole face. Hmm, interesting. So what happens if I control X, dissolve vertices there? Huh. Interesting. It's not behaving in the same way. Faces at mesh boundary instead of merging them. These faces are always split, even if face split is disabled. Huh. Control. Control X. Okay, so it did that. And it did that. And it did that. Okay. I mean, that's an interesting way to dissolve that. Huh. Tear boundary just did that. Okay, so I understand tear boundary. I think. Wait, no, hold on. That's showing off kind of like that. Control X. Oh. What does tear boundary do? Okay. I still don't think that I am understanding this correctly. But I guess I'll move on. Dissolve edges. Okay, select edges. Control X. Okay. So that turned that into a face. Turned that into a face. And turned that into a face. Hmm. Oh, vertices. Angle threshold. Yep. Okay. My eyes are glazing over. I need to actually read the words in the order that they have been written. Delete each selected edge and joins its surrounding faces into one. This is only done for edges that have exactly two neighboring faces. The Adjust Last Operation panel offers the following operations. Hold on. Control X. Dissolve edges. 0 degrees. If I have the angle threshold at 0, it just turns them into those types of faces. Cool. Wait a minute. Control X. I still don't know what tear boundary does. I mean, I guess that's something. Dissolve faces. Merges each patch of connected faces into a single face. Okay, I think I can figure out what dissolve faces does. Control X. Yep, perfect. And then what does this do? Control X. Oh, oh, uh-oh. It's when you have things dissolved at angles that it does stuff. That's not as predictable. Well, I wouldn't say unpredictable per se, but oh, that's still one face. When I add, when I touch two vertices, huh? I don't get that. Dissolve is still confusing me. Okay. File, edit, preferences, redo. System, memory, cache, undo steps. 256. Okay. I'm just going to delete that cube, Shift A, not Control A, add a new cube, uh, tab 3, base G, Y, extend, select, Control R, scroll wheel, left click, left click, uh, left click. Control R, Control R, loop cuts. This is what I have right now. F9, adjust last operation. Shift A is add. Shift S is the cursor pie menu. Control S is save. Control A is apply. Control numpad 2, pan view down. Control numpad 4, pan view left. Control numpad 6, pan view right. Control numpad 8, pan view up. Control R is loop cuts. That's what I have written down so far. And there is another knot. Haha, got it. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can I settle on a voice pitch for my voice? No, I cannot. It's dependent on what I am feeling in the moment. If it's higher, I don't know what that means, and if it's lower, I don't know what that means. Masculine, feminine, I don't know. I'm gender fluid. What do you expect? I believe in myself, but what do I believe myself to be? I have no idea. More hair falling out. That's it. I'm getting a hairbrush. Where's my hairbrush? Okay, I found my hairbrush, but I also got to pee. Nothing that? Damn it. I missed that one. Where is that? Bathroom break. That is what I need. I need to go to the bathroom. Hey, turn off the bathroom break sign. My hair be crazy. Okay, what's next? I feel like all of these things make more sense when it's not done on corners. Control R, scroll wheel, right there. So if I'm going to be a person to do that, Control X, that turns into a face. Do edge select, that edge, that edge, that edge, Control X. It turns that into a face also. Okay. So if I do that, Control X. Okay, that turns that whole thing into a face. Control X. Okay. Control X. Split face. Hair boundary. Control X. So that is what dissolve vertices do. If there's a vertice left behind after the dissolve. Okay. So does that mean that whole thing is a face? Got fireworks going. 7 o'clock in the afternoon. People deciding it now's the good time to blow up America. uh, Crazy. Crazy. I got hairs growing out of my face and I don't like them. I don't like the hair growing on my face. Why? Biology, why must thine forsake me? I'm not even paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing, which is learning. I'm just forming all of my hair into a flippin' ball. Anyway, anyway. Do a bit of undos so that I could do some more experimenting. The F shortcut is usually used for creating faces, but when run on a selection of existing faces, it dissolves them instead. See dissolving existing faces. My my steel curtain isn't steel. There we go. Keep the heat out of here. Voice pitched up, voice pitched down, who knows? Um, Mac, delete, limited, dissolve. A, control, X. Okay, delete, limited, dissolve. Okay. So that's what that does. Hmm. So delete is different from X. It requires me to lift up my right hand off the mouse in order to press that key, but... Hmm. Limited dissolve. Okay. Huh. Hmm. Modifiers. Generate subdivision surface. Y. Now go into this, select all, delete, limited dissolve. Okay. I guess limited dissolve did some stuff. Okay. Okay. 0 degrees dissolve does barely anything, but up it to 20 degrees, and you got yourself something different. Huh. What do we have next? Limited dissolve, max angle. Um, Hold on. Generate subdivision surface. A delete limited dissolve. Delimit dissolve operation normal. Shift click and drag to select multiple. Oh. I'll get you. Bugs. Gnats all over the place. Hmm. delimit. Prevent merging faces that are discontinuous in some way. It's possible to activate multiple of these options by clicking them with Shift left mouse button. Normal, don't merge faces that have opposite orientations. Material, don't merge faces that have different materials. Seam, don't dissolve edges that are marked as UV seams. Sharp, don't dissolve edges that are marked as sharp. UVs, don't merge faces that are disconnected in any UV map. Okay. I don't know what all of that means. Collapse edges and faces. Collapses each patch of connected edges and faces into a single vertex. This is useful for collapsing edge rings, for example. Unlike the dissolve operators, this operator doesn't create n-gons and can add new vertices instead of removing existing ones. In addition, new vertices automatically receive interpolated UV coordinates, color attributes, etc. This makes it particularly useful for manually removing detail. Edge loops. Edge loops. Mesh UV sphere, grab, edit, period. What does it mean here? Delete. Collapse edges and faces. Oh, no. Delete edge loops. Okay. So it does that. Delete edge loops. Why does it not? In Blender terminology, an edge loop is any chain of connected edges that doesn't have to be any chain of connected edges that doesn't have to be a closed loop. See select edge loops. See also vertex merging, triangles into quads, unsubdivide. Blender is crazy. It's difficult to say the least. Hmm. Vertex operators. Vertex operators. Oh boy. That was all of mesh operators. Did I even remember all of it? Oh, okay. So here's the thing. It mirrors around the origin. So if I do uh control M X control M Y. So it doesn't mirror along the origin. Wait, so let's let's just extrude that. Control M. Mirror it on the Y. Okay. That's mirroring. Uh, What is the cursor by? Shift S. Cursor to selected. Control M. A, Control M. Control M. Yeah. Shift snap toggle. Okay. That was that. Control snap invert. How do I get it to mirror along the x-axis around the object origin? Oh wait, no. Mirror around the 3D cursor. Okay. Usage. Press Control and activate Control M to activate the mirror operator. So Control M. Choose an axis by dragging the middle mouse button or pressing X, Y, or Z. The chosen axis is shown on top of the 3D viewport. Press the key a second time to toggle between global and local. Press left mouse button or return to orientation. Mesh, mirror, that's interactive mirror. Copy, paste. That's what I was already looking at. What about this? Interactive mirror. These operations form non-interactive mirror along the object level axis. Okay. A, Control M. Hmm. Scenes and objects. I think transform. Hmm. This is not helping. Modeling meshes, editing, vertex operators. I I read through the mesh operators, but I feel like I didn't quite learn anything about how to actually use the tool since I'm struggling to figure out how to mirror around the 3D cursor. So I didn't learn. I read, but I hadn't learned. Duplicate, extrude, merge. I understand those. Split, separate. Um, yes. Bisect, I don't know how to use. Knife project, I did learn how to use. That was fun because I was making words appear on the side of a cube and writing stuff. So that was a thing. Knife topology. Wait, hold on. What was the key for knife project? Usage, select the objects that should receive the cut, select the objects that will perform the cut by clicking Control left mouse button, click Mesh Knife Projection menu. Mesh menu. I wish there was a hotkey to open the mesh menu. Uh, Animation player introduction. No. Um, Transform. Shift Control S. Vertex slide. Shift V. Activate vertex slide. Shift V. Merge. Control. Shift V. I don't know what I'm doing, but what I'm thinking I'm doing is that I can do Control V and merge all of these vertices together. Okay, now I'm finally seeing it. Or am I? This is good practice, if anything. Control V. Sorry, no, it's Shift V that I am using right now. Now I can't merge any further. Merge. No. Alt M. No. Wait, hold on. I thought there was merge at first and merge at last. Where are those? Meshes, editing, mesh operators, merge. Short, yeah, merge at first, merge at last. Only available in vertex selection mode. I am in vertex selection mode. Okay, there, there we go. So, Shift V, Shift V, Shift V, Shift V. Shift V, Shift V, Control. Oh, okay. I don't know what exactly is happening when I press V. Shift V, Shift V, Shift V, Shift V. Shift V, Shift V, Shift V, Shift V. Freaking I don't know why there are so many gnats in my apartment. It's crazy. I'm just glad that it's not 80 plus degrees in my apartment anymore. Now it's only 70. I am very angry at the bugs. Very angry at the bugs. It's almost 2 hours. 2 hours of me doing absolutely jack nothing. Wonderful. Wonderful. Shift V. Wait, what's Control V? Ooh. Oh, V is rip vertices. Okay. Alt V is rip and fill. Alt D is rip vertices and extend. A. Cannot rip non-manifold vertices or edges. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do circle select, and I'm gonna select as much of these, and then merge. Merge at last. Merge at last. So when I have circle select, and I try to select a bunch of vertices, uh, and do merge, it doesn't do that. But if I go to tweak select, select one more, then I can merge at last. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Merge at last. So yeah, just look at me merging everything to a single point. Then we got a single vertice. Oh, wonderful. Now it's an empty object. Fascinating. Shift A. Oh, hmm. Lotion. My hands are a bit cracked and awful. Hand repair balm. Bloody knuckles. Oh, jeez. I don't feel like I learned anything. I can read and read and read and read, and I won't learn a damn thing still. No, wait, that's a lie. I did learn stuff. I've been learning this whole time. everybody has difficulty learning new things, and I am not exempt from that. I will constantly just keep going and keep going, reading through whatever material I can, and I will just keep on keeping on. The the problem is when I've done a bunch of reading and learned some stuff, I then try to apply what I've learned and I feel like I've learned nothing. But I have learned something and I don't actively see it myself. So, problem is, you just need to keep going. That's not actually a problem. That needs to be a mantra. Just keep going. Just keep going. Dory put it best. If only I could just always remember that instead of going crazy. Okay. Extrude vertices. Uh, Shortcut E. Very simple. Shift A, Q. Actually, no. Um, N. View. 3D cursor. Go to the 0. Wonderful. N again. I'm learning. I'm learning. Just keep learning. Oh, control move out, move mouses in and out. Okay. Alt E, extrude vertices. Okay. Wonderful. Eight vertices. Alt E, Alt E, extrude vertices. Z. So that did 16. That should have only made 4 more vertices. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I was seeing 16 edges. So now, okay, there we go. So Alt E, extrude manifold. Alt E, extrude edges. Base Alt E, extrude manifold. Alt E, extrude faces. Alt E, extrude manifold. Z, Shift Z, yes. E extrude manifold. Okay. Meanwhile, Alt E extrude manifold splits that into two faces. So if I were to what was that key to merge faces? It was dissolve, and it was Control X. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I am staring into thin air, trying to catch sight of a gnat that I want to kill, instead of actually learning Blender. What is my purpose? To live life to the best I can, to keep going. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights of people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Oh. Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh, no. One Alt V cannot manifold vertices. Control V. Control right mouse. Okay. So here's the thing. Extrude the cursor. Control right mouse button. Either creates a new vertex at the mouse cursor or extrudes the selected vertices. Wait, hold on. Hold on. X, delete. Control right mouse button. Shift A, mesh, empty, empty plane axes. N, location of 3D cursor, 0. X, delete. N to hide that. Then I want to shift A, empty, circle. Shift A, mesh. How do I start with a single vertex? Curve, metaball, text, point cloud, volume, recycle, armature. What is it? Image. One or more selected vertices. If nothing is selected, control right mouse button. Only in edit mode. Shift A, image, mesh plane. Edit mode. N 0 N E edges. E loose parts. Oh, wonderful. Well, there's something. What was limited dissolve again? Delete limited dissolve. And 12 degrees. Wonderful. Oh. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Hold on. Nope. Hmm. Create the cursor or add. So, if nothing is selected, pressing Control right mouse button will create a vertex at the depth of the 3D cursor. If there is one or more selected vertices that are isolated, not connected to any edge or face, pressing Control right mouse button will extrude each one into an edge. The new vertices will be placed at the same depth of the current viewpoint as the original ones. In addition, the original vertices will be deselected and the new ones will be selected so that this operation can be repeated to create chains of edges. Finally, if there are two or more selected vertices that are connected by edges, pressing Control right mouse button will extrude them into faces. The previously selected edges will be rotated to get a smoother result. If not desired, press Shift Control right mouse button instead. Tip: when extruding, use top or side view to stay within the global plane. For example, using top view will ensure that the new vertices have the same global z coordinate as the previous ones. Oh boy. Ugh. Okay. Two hours of Blender. I have done 2 hours of Blender. How many hours of Blender do I currently have going for me? Um, I I don't want that as the thing. I want to know in total how long the Blender playlist is. Ah, boy. I'm gonna have to manually calculate this, aren't I? I'm gonna have to manually calculate this. Uh, time calculator. I need to input 33 values. Okay. 2 hours, 21 minutes. Then 1 hour, 1 hour, 17 minutes. Then 2 hours. Then it's 1 hour and 27 minutes. Then it's 2 hours and 27 minutes. Then it's 1 hour and 42 minutes. Then it's 1 hour and 23 minutes. Then it's 3 hours and 31 minutes. 221. 420. 203, 201, 202, 106, and I am doing this calculating while still streaming because I am procrastinating and I hate myself while I'm doing this. Don't worry. 405, 502, 200, 153, 207, 833, 200, 1, 340, 347, 231. Okay. 67 hours and 34 minutes. 67 hours, 34 minutes. That's how long I've been doing Blender. Going through all of those. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. Sorry, what it's actually trying to tell me in the in Blender. And it's difficult, but I'm not going to give up because I, for some crazy reason, believe in myself. And I hope to see you all there. So yeah, I'll just turn that into a short, and I'll live stream that too. Here we go. I'll open video editing. I'm not going to save, and I'm just going to take that clip that I just made, home folder, drag that out to here. I have now been doing Blender, and I have now. Okay, so let's do 3300. That looks about right. now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just okay. Output needs to be 1080 by 1920. Do a little bit of that. Reading the shift space bar K. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and 67 for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am it. I can I still I still I shift space bar K. I'm getting rid of my stuttering because I'm self-conscious of that. Of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I still I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I wait, did I don't know how to do a lot of things. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. Sorry, what it's actually trying to tell me in the in Blender. And it's difficult but I'm not gonna give up because I, for some crazy reason, believe in myself. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I can I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. Sorry, what it's actually trying to tell me in the in Blender. And it's difficult, but I'm not going to give up because I, for some crazy reason, believe in myself. And I'm going to cut it there. You know what? Unedited. Unedited. How about that? How about I just do that? Uh, Figure out what folder it needs to go into. Videos. Uh, Create new folder. Believe in yourself. I'll just put believe. Believe. And then it's going to output 60 frames per second. Uh, so what? Uh, Videos, believe, accept. Um, Video. Okay, encoding MP4 video. Content encoding, real time. Stereo. Um, Bitrate, metadata, keyframe, internal distance between keyframes, also known as GOP size, influences file size and seekability. Constant rate factor, trade-off between video quality and file size. I don't know what that means. I am safe to say that I don't know what that means. Resolution. Post-processing. I don't know what any of these are. So what? So what? Just ship it. Uh, Rendering. Rendering. You gotta love rendering. Look at this hairball. That's all the hair that's been falling off of my head this whole day. I'm a cat. I'm a cat boy, and I got hairballs all the time that fall out of my head, and I just roll them up into balls. I'm gonna drink some water. Uh, oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, we're living on a prayer. uh, I wanna maximize my clip potential, but I don't know how to do that. I'm just a crazy person that talks to themselves all the time. It's sad. 2,500 frames. Hmm. Hold on, what does fast fetch say? Neo fetch. Oh, cool. I'm finally able to use my RAM. And that's how I use it. Making videos. So what do we got here? Believe I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. Sorry, what it's actually trying to tell me in the in Blender. And it's difficult, but I'm not going to give up because I, for some crazy reason, believe in myself. Okay, cool. Send it, ship it, and make it into a nice, delectable treat. Where do I go? What screen is it on? What screen is my? There we go. Channel content, create, upload video, file. Woo, 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 woo. There we go. What is it called? I don't know what I'm doing, but I believe in myself anyway. And 34 minutes and counting. No, it's not made for kids. Don't restrict my videos for viewers over 18 only. I do not use any AI, and I'm proud of it. Oof, actually. Ooh. I didn't put the badge. I didn't put the badge. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Oof. Why? Um, content. Why did I... That got saved as a draft, but I don't even know how to open up where the drafts are. Where are drafts? Where are drafts saved? Content detection. Subtitles. Community. Analytics. I don't care about analytics. Content. Okay. It went into shorts. Delete the draft video. I don't want that draft. This is unfinished. I need downloads. The real badge. Shrink the badge down. Bring that over. Shrink it down again. Yeah, I guess I'll put it right there. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. Sorry, what it's actually trying to tell me in the in Blender. And it's, you know what? I need music. Audio library, YouTube audio library. What can you give to me that's whimsical? That's maybe I should have a limiter on the. Inspiration.
Did you wait too long? Tell her. Storms on the roof.
No, that has odd that has that has people singing. I don't wanna have uh Hmm. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it real quiet. Uh, strip volume. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. Sorry, what it's actually trying to tell me in in Blender, and it's difficult. But I'm not gonna give up because I, for some crazy reason, believe in myself. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for 67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. Sorry, what it's actually trying to tell me in in Blender. And it's difficult, but I'm not gonna give up because I, for some crazy reason, believe in myself. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how. Okay, cool. That's even better. Render the blender. Render the blender. Gotta love the render the blender. Scrolling through memes. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that right now. I'm still streaming. I can't look at memes while streaming. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I can do that. Maybe. But not today. Oh boy. I feel like it's taking even longer for this render. Well, it's also overlaying the audio and stuff. Oof. Yeah, there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more going on. It's taken like half a second to frame, and there's like 3,000 frames. So that's gonna be like another. It's gonna take like 3 minutes. No, longer than 3 minutes, probably. It's fine. This is a this is a good short. In my opinion, I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing excellent, actually. I'm gonna. Everything I could eat has to be heated up. Damn. I'm gonna make myself a pizza after this. And that's gonna be cool. There's fireworks going on. That's, uh, that's something. I like this microphone. I don't like how I have to have such loud of fans and loud air conditioning, making it so that it degrades the quality. There's that gnat that I've been trying to kill for the past 3 hours, and it's just flying over there. Wonderful. I shouldn't have killed the spiders. I shouldn't have killed the spiders. But now I am suffering. We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. What's this one? Okay, I'm not that. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. I think I am gonna download this one. Oh, it's almost done. And there we go. So what do we got here? Videos, delete. I have now been doing Blender and trying to learn how to use this 3D animation software for
Got it.
67 hours and 34 minutes. I am timing myself and I am live streaming every minute of it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things. I am just reading the manual and then kind of trying to implement what I am actually doing. What it's actually trying to tell me in Blender. And it's difficult, but I'm not gonna give up because I, for some crazy reason, believe in myself. There we go. Create, upload videos. There we go. And 34 minutes. Yep, and 34 minutes. 34 minutes. Okay, no, not made for kids. No AI was used. Tags. I have a text file for tags. Documents. Hashtag. Control A, Control C. Add tags, Control V. Video language, English, United States. Recording date, July 4th. Shorts remixing, whatever. Next, related video. Learn how to believe in myself. Actually, is that actually the title that I went with? Is that seriously the title? Yep, that is the title of the live stream in Doobly Dee Doo. Wonderful. Make it public. You know what? It's fine. I don't care if it gets 2 views. I don't care how many views it gets. I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying myself, trying to figure out how to do literally anything. At least I'm video editing. Um, so long as I'm using Blender for something, I'm learning Blender. So, there we go. I'll end the stream now, I guess. Ugh. So glad I have the air